head coach Ali Jaques, joined by Kollyns Scarbrough and Maddie Sims. Coach, can you start off with a comment on the game?
You know, I am becoming more and more proud of our team's toughness, warrior mentality. The way we defend is just something that, you know, might not always be the prettiest things for the people that come to our games, but for us to be able to force 27 turnovers, you know, is pretty tremendous, our third game in 5 days. So give these guys a lot of credit. And Monmouth's a talented team. They are very big inside and very physical, and they have the ability to shoot the ball. I thought our players really locked in on number 11, Kayla Shaw. She's a tremendous player, and for us to hold her to no points just really shows how locked in our players were defensively on a quick turnaround. So just really proud of our toughness and intensity, and how we came out in the second half, specifically in the third quarter defensively. I think is really kind of a great example of this team and what we're capable of.
Coach, just going off of that, I mean, second and third quarter, you held them to 11 points combined. I mean,
Right.
What was working so well for you guys defensively?
Well, you know, in the third quarter, we were able to get Joella Gibson back in the game, and she's our up guard, and she's the top of everything that we do. Joella's intangibles and how hard she plays and her toughness is something that permeates throughout the entire team. So I think she had a big part of that spark in the third quarter. And honestly, Anna had a really good, Lundqvist had a really good spark in the second quarter for us. So for us to have those two players without Winston tonight, just people really stepped up defensively, and I think our team feeds off of that. We got 10-second, you know, backcourt violations and turnovers, and we have the ability to rattle people, and we really feed off of that top defender. So that person's very important to our schemes.
Coach, talk about how important the press was tonight, especially when your offense seemed like you were almost dead in the water, but the press really gave you guys some life forcing those turnovers.
Well, it's nice to see our offense come from our defense, you know, and it's hard because, you know, when you struggle to score at times, and there weren't a lot of free throw shots tonight, and that's an area that typically we get to the free throw line. Give Monmouth a lot of credit. They run a version of our matchup zone. They run a tandem 1-1-3, which is a version of Blizz. So, you know, they defended us, and sometimes playing against the defense that you run can kind of be like torture in your mind a little bit because you're playing against something you know works, right? So, you know, give Monmouth a lot of credit for, you know, taking away some of our offense. But we always want to be a team where our offense feeds off of our defense. And sometimes that's hard to sell because offense is fun and defense is just tough, hard-nosed, you know, like Philly mentality, can I say that? Maddie's an Eagles fan. So, but that toughness, you know, is something that we pride ourselves on. So, you know, whether we're scoring or not, our players are pretty locked in on locking people down defensively.
This is for Kollyns and Maddie. You guys struggled shooting the ball in the fourth quarter. They came back to tie the game. And what was your thought process when it's 39-39 and you really just haven't hit any shots in that fourth quarter?
You know, you gotta work. We tend to focus on our defense. We'd be like, well, we gotta get another stop. So, and we don't want it to go back and forth. But if we can end up winning the defensive battle and get as many stops as possible and keep stopping, then eventually a shot will fall. So that's what happened today. Anna hit a big shot, so that really helped us.
Yeah, I think our defense really feeds our offense, like Colin said. And we know shots will fall. Like, we're a good scoring team, so we just played hard defense, and we knew offense would come eventually.
Maddie, first of all, congratulations being an Eagles fan.
Thank you.
Also, talk about your night tonight. 7 of 15, 18 points, 6 rebounds. How were you able to take advantage down there in the paint and get those buckets?
I mean, we knew the defense, so we practiced against it every day. So I just did what we usually do in practice, and my teammates found me really well, and it was just fun. And I just tried to do whatever I can for us to win.
Coach, down the stretch when you guys were struggling, you didn't take a timeout. You just let them play and let them go through the progression, I guess. But what were your thoughts when you shot 2 of 10 in the fourth, but you had those big buckets?
Yeah, I like having timeouts in my back pocket, and that's something that, you know, I rarely call timeouts. And these guys will be rolling around the floor with jump balls, and I won't call it. So I called 2 quick ones early in the game today to save the possession. You'll never hear me make excuses for anything, but 3 games in 5 days is tough. And those last 2 games were on the road. So I was concerned we weren't going to have legs, you know, but I also don't worry about that because I know I've got seniors. You know, in that last media timeout, I looked in their eyes and they were hungry. So I knew we were going to be okay as far as defense goes. You know, getting to the free throw line, getting easy, high percentage shots in the lane, those were the things we were trying to focus on doing and taking our time and just making sure we got the most out of every offensive possession. And, you know, we found something that worked the last 3 possessions of the game. And, you know, I was kind of saving it if we needed it, and it worked. And so we'll take it.
In college, I guess 3rd game in 5 days, as Coach said, but how are your legs feeling? Was it hard to get up for this game?
No, you know, every game you gotta, like, you know, psych yourself up as much as possible. Listen to loud music. I don't know, do some jumping jacks to get ready for the game any way you can. So
Jumping jacks.
yeah, I mean anything you can to shake yourself up. Because in the
I've
end,
seen you do jumping
because
jacks.
well, I don't do jumping jacks. I'm a music person.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, you do whatever you can because then on game day, you know, that's our job. Like, we lay it out there for our teammates and coaches, no matter how your body feels. So I know we probably after tomorrow I'll probably feel it and probably be limping around. But you know what? As long as we got through these 3 days, 2 and 1, it's a good way to go out. So
This question is for all of you guys. Miles, we'll start with you. I mean, tough, gritty win like this. How much momentum can this give you going down the stretch, knowing that the regular season is coming to a close and conference tournament play is right around the corner?
you know, it definitely gives us confidence. It's another win. And, you know, Monmouth to win and know that we're not going to face them unless we face them in conference play, tournament play, that's good too for us. But, you know, in the end, we had to take one game at a time. So everything's a learning experience. So we're going to learn from what we did wrong and we're going to learn what we did right. And we got another game coming, so.
Do you remember the question?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I said a lot.
It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're just going to take this win and go with it and take a couple of days off and regroup and get back to what we do and get ready for Quinnipiac.
We're taking a couple days off. I
Yeah.
said it in the locker room. Yeah. They're getting 2 days off. These guys need it. Their legs are shot right now, and ice baths are going to be welcome. But like these guys said, you know, this is a time of the year where teams start to take off, and I know we still haven't played our best game yet. To get contributions from Anna tonight, we all know she's capable of that, and it's just been a matter of time for her to have a game like that. So, you know, I think the neat thing about this team is it's a very unselfish team, at times too unselfish, meaning, you know, they always want to make the extra pass. When we have great rhythm on offense and when this thing really comes together, we still haven't played our best game yet, and we're just going to keep working as hard as we can every day to get to that point. Quinnipiac on Sunday is a big one, so tell your friends to come out and support us. We need it. It is, right, Girls and Women's Sports Day, right? National Girls and Women's Sports Day, so it should be a great crowd and great atmosphere for hopefully an upset. Anything else? Thanks.
Thank you.
Go Saints.
Thanks, guys.